supervisor for 2 and 3, and the first Equestria Girls movie, and then directing 4 and 5.
We've been doing
That's
a
right.
So before we get started with the trailers and all that, we actually had something else we wanted to talk about, something that was definitely a massive surprise to everyone. I don't think anyone was expecting this. Can we get that up on the screen there?
Was this?
They showed up in the Super Bowl. What was up with that? I don't think anyone was expecting to see this.
I know I was at my computer working on Equestria Daily.
We were pretty surprised about that too. That little 3-second, 2-second sequence was animated by Equestria Girls director Ishi Rudell.
Nice.
Okay.
He was also animation director for seasons 1 through 3. Yeah.
So he knows the characters very well.
Yeah, this is like the Super Bowl was just going, and everyone that was watching that was a fan of the show is just like, this just showed up for 3 seconds, and then the internet exploded. Everywhere.
Yeah, we were expecting that.
I mean, within a day, it hit like 40,000 hits on Equestria Daily. It was crazy. It was like, oh man. I didn't know I had to stop my DVR and rewind it so I could actually see if it was real. I had to see if it was amazing.
So, could you tell us a bit about like how this came together? Like, who contacted who? How did this happen?
We don't actually know. We were kept in the dark about it ourselves. Our producer, Devin Cody, took points on it and had Ishii animate it because Jason and I are just so busy with season 5 stuff, so I couldn't honestly tell you how it happened, who they were talking to. We just heard, oh, they're doing a Super Bowl thing. We're like, gotta make the show.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, it turned out great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ishii had to do everything on that.
Yeah,
he designed and
he
laid it out,
everything.
Wow. So,
in his off hours.
amazing. If you guys get out of here tonight, go to his Twitter and say thanks for putting this all together because this is amazing.
Definitely.
Absolutely amazing. Very well
Yeah,
made.
we will.
Yeah, so anyway, so to the other stuff with the season 5 stuff, what we've seen of it so far looks incredible. It looks absolutely amazing, and I can't even describe how excited and I'm assuming the rest of the audience here is. I'd like to jump into
Through the magic of trailer editing.
trailer editing. You somehow made it look like this
apologize
season is like
because
all coming together.
technically no one was supposed to see that trailer until today.
Yeah.
It went out early. It's not Hasbro's fault. We can't really say whose fault it is for sure because we don't know. It's not but yeah, we hope people liked it. But we're sorry that you're not seeing it for the first time today.
Hey, down in front.
So who hasn't seen it yet? Raise your hand. Oh, you guys can't see them. There's like quite a few people here that have not seen it yet.
So there we go.
Excellent. Yeah, so
It's a surprise to many people here, so let's do this.
fantastic. So can we jump into the first trailer there?
What to do as a princess? Do you know now?
I guess I'm just a little confused by all of this.
The time has come to return to a place you've only just begun to discover.
The tree, the chest, this castle, and now the map. How can we not follow it? Help me! Maybe I'll just stay here with Spike. On second thought, maybe I'd better go with them.
And the strength you'll need to complete the journey will come from those who are with you all along.
That's the place on the map. Something's not right. I bet there's some sort of horrific monster behind it. Why? Because fighting a horrific monster would be super awesome. The map sent us here. It could be dangerous. Stay behind me, every pony. I'm on it. It's a trap.
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 5, coming spring 2015.
So we hope you liked season 5. That's all we're ever going to show. That's
Yeah, great announcer voice.
Someone asked about season 6 yesterday. Yeah, actually, so one of the things that surprised me with that was like immediate, was that you guys put that one together like a Hollywood movie trailer. Usually these are just like kind of like clips and things like that. That had, you know, the guy that smokes a lot announcing the thing, and you had like the way the clips cut together and all this kind of stuff. It felt like an actual, like, you know, a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, that's Hasbro's marketing team, I think, is really trying to make it something special this season. So.
Yeah, well, so are we. We definitely try to. Yeah, maybe. Never mind Jim's episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really try to always up the ante every time we do a season, and you know, push the envelope for how we can animate it. You know, put more cinematics in there. Depth of field, anything we can do to make it feel better.
There's going to be a lot more blurring in season 5.
Okay, so I actually remember that was a big thing about season 4. Every episode had at least one part where you'd see like this glowing effect around them, and we called that, what did everyone say? Season 4 lighting was what everyone started calling it. And it was something that you guys like started doing, and it was in like every episode of season 4 is this like this lighting effect where like you'd have the light in the background and there'd be like the radius around it. So season 5 is going to be the season of the blurs.
Yeah, lots of, you know, we really are big fans of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. He's got lens flares. We're going to go blurs and
You'll think you have to wipe your eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Can you guys make it so that like the camera angle is like tilted all the time?
yeah, like an old Batman TV show.
just for Andy Price.
Shaky cam, yes, shaky cam, definitely. To get that true
So
J.J.
big.
Abrams experience.
Every episode is going to be found footage.
What director is that?
I don't know. It seems like everyone.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Adam Rifkin.
I do have a question. Now that season 5 is, you know, pretty much near completion, is going to be coming out in the spring and such. How would you guys say this is comparable, you know, compared to other seasons you've worked on?
Well, it's another one.
Fifth one.
Yeah.
Fifth time's the charm, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah, I just think that, like Jason was saying, we've really sort of kept trying to push the show into bigger and better directions and keep with the initial themes and things that we've established, but just sort of expand on things. Like obviously you're seeing the fallout of what happened at the end of season 4 with the destruction of the library and now the appearance of her new castle, and we'll see how that kind of stuff plays out and just go from there.
Yeah.
Can we just get an awe for the library real quick?
We're all sad to see it go too.
Everyone was so sad when that happened, and just, I remember, I was with a whole group watching it as like a giant group of people, and everyone, when the tree exploded, everyone was like, no! No!
The tree, that's what we want. We want you to feel something.
Oh, there were so many feels.
I mean, geez, on Equestria Daily for like a good 2 weeks, it was like, we could almost make just tree morning draw friends and stuff like that.
Oh, there was so much. I remember there were like
Hashtag save tree.
videos of like the Save the Animals type thing, but it was like with the tree instead of,
Yes.
it was so ridiculous. That was like 2 weeks of solid like tree morning that happened after that.
Well, it's not like Hasbro's going to let us kill anybody for real. So we have to kill the inanimate objects.
Yeah, that was actually, I remember in like Generation 1 they would kill people.
So edgy back then, you know?
A lot more fun. I was 5.
No.
And I should not have gotten into Dad's cabinet.
This magic juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine how busy you guys are over there. You're doing all these things. You're doing season 5 right now. I know you guys are doing the Equestria Girls 3.
Not me! Equestria Girls is its own separate thing now. So Jason sort of oversees it, but Ishii is the main frontman for that now.
Oh, cool. Are you guys doing the 2017 movie?
I don't think that's a question that we can answer.
Not yet. That's for Hasbro to say.
Oh, okay.
I gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know that there's like, everyone was really excited when you announced that, but it was like, oh, hey, there's a movie coming out in 2017. And everyone was like, oh, that's really far away.
Yeah. These things take time.
Movies take a long time. I mean, as long as you guys have been waiting for season 5, I mean, that's as fast as we can make them.
Yeah, I mean, people online have been complaining about the length of the hiatus. We have not had a hiatus. No one has had a break.
Yeah, we are working
all the time.
all the time. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that your hard work and dedication will pay off. Yeah, season 5, I have to admit, I've been like on like the edge of my seat, like just I want more. But I'm absolutely I'm sure that once it comes out, I'm gonna say, wow, totally worth the wait. I totally see why it took so long.
Well, you're going to be pretty excited when you see it on Saturday, spring 2015.
Wow, that was a major bomb you just dropped.
And if you really want to know, we actually don't.
We don't know. We even don't
We
know.
don't know.
One of them. So
They don't tell us this stuff for fear that we blab it, I think.
So we actually have a second trailer that was released.
What?
We have a second one. Do you guys not know about this?
Yeah, we know about it. It's 50 Shades of Grey.
Gray Mare.
Grey Mare, the old Grey Mare.
No, yeah, there was a second trailer. We'd actually like to bring that one up.
We're home.
Welcome back
Sweet Celestia.
to a special place
I think it's divine.
Say what?
where surprises await.
I'm going to measuring food in a batter. Some ponies gonna get a very special pancake.
Where adventure abounds
Fighting a horrific monster would be super awesome. Help me.
and where friendship is magic.
There's no doubt you're a part of my mission to spread friendship across Equestria.
I agree with Twilight. And Rarity. And I'll protect and Rainbow Dash and Beauty Flag. Is she for real?
My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 5, coming spring 2015.
Well, that one was really cool. I really liked that one.
Yeah. We didn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, that's not canon. I don't even know where that's from.
Yeah, it just showed up online the other day, and I was like, whoa! It's like 2 trailers in like a week. They came out. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Surprise!
Surprise! So we're
Happy Hearts and Hooves Day.
Yeah. So we're definitely noticing that. I remember this with the season 4 trailers that were released. Almost everything that was shown was just from the first opening episode, and nothing else. And you guys seem to be doing the same kind of thing. We're seeing all the things with the something is taking over somewhere with these equal cutie marks or something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
It's all a blur.
Yeah, that was ages ago we made that.
Yeah, I guess that for you guys that was a really long time ago. For all of us, it's like brand new.
Yeah. I know we're further through the season. We've seen them all, but you know, we're getting towards the middle. Are we about?
I don't know.
Depends on what you're thinking of.
There's not like a clear, this is halfway.
Yeah, because it's all different stages. You know, we'll have one episode that's still being storyboarded, while another one is animated, while another one is in score, and another one's in mix. And
like everyone seems to have this impression that when that everything's done in perfect stages, like the writing is completed, done, and then we move on to the next stage. It doesn't work like that. It would take years and years and years for you guys to see anything if that was the way it was done.
Yeah, so we overlap, everything is overlap, so we're like, at any given moment, we're working on around 7 or 8 episodes
at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. So we're thinking about like, well, sometimes you get confused. Like we go to have a meeting or something. Like, what episode is this one about? Oh, right, that one. Okay.
Lots of running between rooms.
Yeah, and I gotta like switch to, okay, it's that episode. I've got the script in my head. Okay, go. Let's talk about it. Because sometimes I don't know which one we're talking about. We have to like isolate them.
Yeah.
So considering how hectic it is there a system you guys use to help keep track of everything, where everything is?
Yeah, that's called the production manager.
Yeah, Leslie Crawford is always yelling at us.
Yeah. Why haven't you done that yet?
Look, we're not supposed to be in this room, you're supposed to be in that room doing this other thing.
How many times have I had her come to me and be like, why aren't you at that meeting? Like, well, I'm in the middle of this. Like, yeah. So we have people whose job it is to schedule our day and to keep everything on track and like a well-oiled machine. So without people like them, we wouldn't have a show for you, because us artists
we're dummies.
we would just sit there and like draw funny pictures all day and you know,
keep falling down again.
yeah, do it again. That's funny. So those people keep us in check and keep the show running, so you get to see it on the day you get to see it.
Well, that's excellent, because some people forget out there that this is a big collaborative team effort, and it's everyone that works in the studio that brings us all together.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a massive group project.
Yeah, it would be lovely to have a convention to have, and you could talk to every single person about what they do and shake their hand and give them a pat on the back, but it's just not feasible.
So, like, you have, like, this whole team of people. You got the animators, you have the writers, you have the story.
Hey, Ripley,
you have you have the dog to add the fun atmosphere.
Yeah.
So, where do you guys fit into that? You're the directors. What is your job exactly? What do you, like, are you the glue that holds the team together? Are you guys, like, do you have, like, the foot in the door on, like every part of it? What exactly do you do with that?
All of that.
Well, directors are often described as being a jack of all trades, master of none. You know, we have our foot in every
We see it at every single stage. Like we look at scripts, we are designs, we're there for all the voice records, giving notes, we go over all the storyboards and come up with some of the ideas with the board artists, we review the boards, make changes,
sit in the editing suite,
we look at all the layouts, we're there for all the animation, sound effects. I have to go look at some sound effects or listen to some sound effects after this. And then we're just through it the whole way, whereas some of the other people in their specific departments only deal with that stage.
Yeah.
Right.
So like we'll have like a supervisor or like an animation director who will take control of their department and do their section and, you know, make their calls, and then we'll come and look at it and then make our calls on top of their calls and adjust things how we see fit. It's like we're
the sort of overlords.
Yeah, creative overlords. From like, I don't know how.
Yeah, but like, you know, why do you think I have no hair?
This is a wig. But yeah, we're incredibly fortunate to have like Hasbro and great writers like Megan and her team like got our backs, you know, for
everyone. The entire crew is
all the animators.
Amazing. Like from the board artists, writers, voice actors, everyone is very committed to making the best show possible, and really
You guys
putting
have done a good job of
huge
that.
pieces of themselves into every episode.
Yeah.
Let's just bring up a question that I just thought of. Concerning staff and stuff, I know that sometimes you have like a new writer in a season or something like that. Or there's of course new people that get on the crew. Do you guys have input in that? Is it somebody at Hasbro that chooses people for your team?
For the writing, it's all done in LA, so we don't have a lot of say over who does what.
Yeah.
That's sort of Megan's purview. But in terms of new people coming onto the show in the studio here in Vancouver, yeah, sometimes we have a say, depending on how desperate we are for people.
Yeah, and everyone who comes on the show really loves the show.
There's a lot of fans of the show working on the show.
There was, I heard that one of the storyboard revisionists was not interested in the show, didn't know anything about it. And then as he was working on it and doing revisions for us, he started to kind of slowly fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And then now he's like a mega fan.
Awesome.
Seeing his little part that he sees and catching up on other seasons.
So how does Hasbro fit into the whole thing? Because we always see, you know, they have the toy line, and then you have the show, and the two always try to like go together with that. How exactly does that get coordinated with, like, do they come to you and say, hey, we need you to do an episode about this at some point, and like, you know, you have this many episodes to do just whatever you want or something, or like, how does all that work?
It's a little bit like that. I mean, making toys it takes a long time to you know, develop a toy. They do a lot of testing and, you know, model making and prototyping and, you know, cost things. Like I remember I went to Rhode Island and saw their whole operation like a year ago, and like they price things down to the penny. Like they will look at something and be like, well, this extra thing costs 1 cent per toy. That equals to $1 million cost.
Wow.
And we're trying to keep the price point down, so they have to like shave off this, shave off that. And it's a lot of development, so it takes a long time. And they're projecting like 2 years in advance, or a year or 2 years. So
you saw the stuff that they were showing at Toy Fair this year with like the Apple Farm play set. Did everyone see that online? Jason saw that last February.
Whoa.
I didn't see that one on.
Yeah, it's the one. If it's the one you told me about, it looks
Yeah,
like the
okay.
same thing.
Yeah, so-
otherwise I just spoiled something and I'm gonna be fired.
Oh, well, you saw it then. You
No,
saw
we
it.
definitely saw it. It was awesome.
Yeah, it takes a long, long time. So they're thinking way in advance. So when they come to us, they're like, we know we're going to do this a year from now, but this show's going to be on the air before that. So can you work this in somewhere in
And
the show?
there's a lot of coordination between Hasbro Studios and Hasbro Brand that thankfully we don't have to be a part of. That they work out all the details about where they sort of want the show to line up with the toys and where they don't have to. And then we get to just be innocent of all that and just work with what the scripts are and whatnot. Don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah. Like I remember the Rainbow Power stuff for the last thing. The Rainbow Power toys were coming out like 6 months before they showed up in the show itself. And
Right.
this time around, I know you can't talk about it, but in the toys, everything is Cutie Mark magic at the moment. And like
Oh, really?
everything- Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Just better work that into the show.
I guess.
And we're all looking at it like, oh, I wonder what's going to be in season 5.
It's a challenge to try and line everything up perfectly because the dates are all different. You know, when something's going to be on the air versus when they release stuff at Toy Fair or into the stores are just different. So you know,
They work on a very different production schedule
Yeah.
than we do, so it's a challenge for sure.
and then you know, Hasbro likes to coordinate like the comic books and the show and the toys and any like other chapter books or anything. Like they want everything to feel you know, like one universe as much as possible. So, but we don't see the whole thing. We only see our show, and that's what we are focused on. So we wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, we don't have time to keep up with everything else.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff.
So much stuff. I have a question for you guys about just being directors. Some people are aspiring, you know, maybe young animators or people want to get into the business in the future. How does the process of like getting into the industry work and maybe becoming a director themselves?
Well, you take out a large sum of cash and you give it to me. I don't know. I don't think either of us, if you had asked us when we first started animation, where do you see yourselves in 15 years or what have you? I wouldn't have said directing. Wouldn't have said directing. Yeah. We both went to Vancouver Film School. We both just entered in the local animation industry and through a sheer force of will ended up where we are now. There's a lot of hard work. I mean, I worked in storyboarding for almost 15 years before I got a chance to direct, and Jason worked as a board artist and an animator, and you know, that just doing above and beyond the minimum requirement so that people notice that not only are you capable, but you're driven, and then eventually we were all given more and more responsibility, bigger jobs, board supervising, animation directing, and just moving up slowly but surely.
Yeah, when I started in animation, I just wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
I was
You were happy to be working.
I was just a nerd for
And
animation.
not have to wear a suit every day.
Yeah. Getting to drink it.
You know, like the idea of doing something we love every single day, not everyone gets to say they do that. So we were just felt very lucky that we got to get up every morning and draw silly pictures. And if it was ponies or for me, I worked on the Eds, that was great. And you know, everything's been gravy since then.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I would have been happy just to like trace and do the outlines and like the cleanup lines. And I was lucky enough to get chosen to be an animator, my first job. I mean, it was animating on Stickman. It was called a show called Stickin' Around, and it was quite easy. I was just like, well, I get to
cleaning up with a Jiffy marker.
Yeah, it was a Sharpie. Yeah, but I wasn't doing cleanup. It was other people. Actually, Ishii worked on that show.
That's right.
That's where I met him. Yeah, it was just a chance to be a part of.
that's the thing.
Hey, go back. You don't need more than that. Everyone's taking pictures. Anyway.
Yeah, they're taking pictures.
5,
We're getting
4,
this. Show us.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not gonna count every time.
No,
This is like a
thing?
Dr. Seuss kind of world, isn't it?
What does that look like? That looks like winter.
you don't need to know. There's another thing.
That's my summer home.
Let's hear it.
Hey, who's that?
Oh my gosh. There's all these pictures and pictures. Oh.
I don't know what this is.
What is this? Steampunk. Now that looks rather steampunk. She looks very tired.
That's it. Oh. Hope you all had your cameras out. You got some good photos.
Yeah, don't ask us what they're about, please, because we're not going to tell you. I know people on Twitter like to ask us, what does this mean? What does this mean? Good luck. You're not going to get an answer.
We'll tell you right now, you will find out.
Well, thank you so much for bringing those. We're gonna, right after this panel, we're all gonna like walk out into the hallway and just start talking. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? Oh, it's gonna be.
And you'll most likely be wrong.
Yeah.
Most likely be wrong. That's what usually happens.
I can see our inbox now. I bet you some of you guys are going to send it into EQD so we can put it up. I'll get on that. It's over.
Yeah, definitely. So we have about 20 minutes left. we were going to open this up to some Q&A. What do you guys think?